Okay, so here is the sari, and of course, if you would like to purchase a Odissi dance sari, please get in touch with me, and I will give you exactly the direction on where to purchase them. So you will need safety pins. So I have um, I have 3 safety pins here. You will need a large safety pin. So let me show you here. You'll need a large, a couple of large ones and 2 small ones. Okay. So I have socks today because it's winter time and so the floor is cold. You will need pants. And of course, these are beautiful Melodia pants, but traditionally we have tights and and definitely you want to have the base of the foot. You don't want to have loose pants in the base of the foot because that won't support your dancing, okay? And you want to have tights that go all the way up until the belly. And of course, today I have a long sleeve shirt and a long shirt because it's winter time, but I'll actually pull it up so I can show you how it's done traditionally, and then I'll pull it down. So you will have a choli, so it's a small shirt here. Actually, give me 1 second. I will go get the choli just so you see how it looks like. So here's the choli, okay? And this is a small top that you normally use below the sari, but it's cold here now, so I cannot wear this choli anymore. It's impossible for me to wear this. So, because it's too cold. Okay, so again, if you would like to buy these cholis, just please get in touch with me and I will give you, and I'll let you know how that is possible. Okay, so putting on the sari is for sure an art in itself. And just know that it is part of the sadhana practice. And so again, the sari should have at least minimum 6 meters long. It should be 6 meters long. And I'm going to open the sari. Make sure the floor is clean, okay? Make sure the floor where you're going to dance on. Yeah, that's also something super important. Make sure that the space where you're going to practice is clean. That is also part of the sadhana practice. Everywhere needs to be clean, okay? So this is the sari. And as you see, if I were to wear the sari, it will be too long for me to dance with it, right? This is too long. So I will have to fold it. So first I open it all up. Okay, so I open it up. Okay. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention is that I have a bindi here, right? So we have a bindi here. Traditionally, it's done with a kumkum paste. So it's a paste made out of the kumkum flower. And so you have it on your altar, you mix it with a little bit of water, and after you're done your ritual prayer, the meditation, you start your day with prayer and meditation, and then you bring the kumkum with your ring finger. You bring it to that point in between the eyebrows. And so we put this red dot in between the eyebrows. Mine is a sticker because I don't have kumkum right now. Mine is a sticker. And we put it to activate the Shakti, that life force energy, that super consciousness that resides in between the eyebrows. Okay? So that is the blessing of the mother. So the palu here, the palu goes goes to the end. Okay, so this is the one end of the sari, and we use this here. Okay, so this is the one we start from this point here. Okay, Now, as I said in the beginning, this is pretty short. Yeah. So this is short. I mean, it's long. So when you practice the dance, you want to make sure that the sari is folded in such a way. So you want to fold the whole part. So here I actually go to the top of the temple. Okay. So I'm going to the top of the temple and I'm measuring it. It should be slightly over the knees. Okay. So the bottom of the sari should be over the knees because you need space for your feet to move. Okay. So I have folded the top part. Okay, I have folded the top part. And now I'm going to fold the rest of the sari to make sure that it's all in the same measurement. Okay. Yeah. So, oops. Doing that. Yeah, so making sure that all of it has the fold, okay? Relatively the same. Okay, so now I folded and it looks beautiful, right? Look how beautiful these saris are. Okay, look how beautiful these saris are. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Now from here, what I do, this might not be what a lot of dancers do. Some dancers tie a string around the belly button. So they have an independent string around the belly button. And then they tie the sari onto the string. Okay. Now, I didn't do that because what has happened to me, I felt the string moving side to side. And so for me, that doesn't work. This is how I like to do it. So what I do is I turn around, okay? So I bring the sari here and I bring it. So let me bring it close to you so you see. And I apologize if you can hear construction, but there's a lot of construction happening around my house. So from here, okay, from here, I'm gonna make a knot. Okay, so I grab the sari and I make a knot over my pants. Okay, so I make like that. And I tie like that. Okay, so I've made the knot and I make another one. Yeah, so there you go. This is the starting point for me. I put the sari, and why do I put the knot over the pants? Because imagine I need to go to the bathroom and then I can, lower the pants and go to the bathroom freely. And so it gives freedom of movement, right? Especially to then go to the bathroom. All right, so as you see, I've tied the knot over the pants here. Okay, so here's my pants. So you want to make sure that it's really tight, okay, that it's really tight onto the body. And now I've got the remaining piece of fabric. So here I am. So it's fairly over my knees. Now I'm going to grab the sari. So you want to grab the sari. Okay, stretch it over. Stretch it over. Okay. And now you're going to stretch it around you. Okay, so let me bring myself more back. So here I am stretching the sari around me. Here. Stretching. And now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to measure what's going to go over me. Okay, so this is what's going to go over me. And now what you want is, you see I have the palu here. So you want to make sure that the palu can go over your body and tie here. So as you see, I will need a little bit of more fabric. So it's actually good to open the legs like this. Open the legs, pull it slightly a bit more, and there you go. I have enough fabric, okay? We will get back into then making this really nice, but I have enough fabric to then pull it in here and have this fall out, okay? All right, so this is the end part, but now we have to do the folds here, okay? So again, we have this part already over the shoulder. Now you want to adjust this. So from here, just make sure. So you have this big piece of fabric here folding. So you want to make sure that you can adjust this here. So make it really nice, hold it, make it nice, okay? And pull it out like that, pull it out, okay? So that it looks nice in the back here, okay? There you go. Okay, so now we're going to do those pleats in front so that we have, you know, we can open our legs and have space to come down. Okay, great. So now from here, so how do I do the pleats? So from here, I'm going to grab my 2 fingers like this, and I'm going to bring them inside. So like this, okay? I'm going to hold the fabric like that, and my fingers are like this. Okay, this is actually a mudra, Ardha Chandra. Okay, and from here, I'm going to go 1, pull the thumb. So here my thumb is in, then I pull the thumb over, then I grab the fabric and I put it like that. I put the first finger over, I pull it back, thumb over, finger over. And I pull it forward. First finger over, first finger, now thumb. Pull them back again. Pull it forward. Finger, thumb. Again. Pull it forward, finger. Okay, so here I won't be able to pull more fabric. So what I do is I pull this in. Okay, so I pull it in, and as you see, I have pleats here. So those folds enabled me to do, and you can perfect the pleats. So here you are, I'm perfecting the pleats. So I have 1. So I have 1 in the middle that I'm just going to fold like that so it looks pretty. Okay, so I have 1 here, folding it, and then I have 2, and then I have 3, and then I have 4, and then I have this one here, 5. Okay, and now I'm going to brush it down. So yeah, okay, this you can also then adjust, pulling it backwards. All right, so here we have the pleats. Now you want to look in the mirror and see that you have space to go down. Perfect. This will enable me to dance perfectly and to do exercises and all of that. Okay, so now I will put the safety pin. So I will put the safety pin inside here. Okay, so I will grab and I will pull the pleats together. Okay, so I will want to put the pleats together. So this will support them to not fall apart. See, so now the pleats are together. And now I bring this inside. So inside that piece, you know, I tied the sari together, right? So now I'll bring it inside the sari. So here it is. I bring it inside. Okay. And now with the other big safety pin, I attach all the fabric together. And I normally do it here at the end. So from the inside, I will pull the fabric in, you see, like that, and hold it. So the pleats are attached The pleats are attached to the sari, the part of the sari that was tied with the knot. Okay, so like this, adjust yourself, pull it down. Okay, so now we have this piece of fabric here. So now the bottom part, you can even, so here's the knot, right? I will even put the knot slightly in. So tuck everything in so that everything is beautiful. Yeah, pull this in. All right, so now I have this part here, the palu, right? So now the palu, now I have here. So this one can sometimes be tricky because we have this fold here. So what I do here normally, so I continue to keep the fold, okay? Now I will again do palu, I will do the pleats here. So let's see how this works. So again, with the fingers like that, I'll do this, do the palu, do the folds. Let's see how will that work. So I'm doing again, here is the fabric and I'm folding it inwards. So this is the inside of the sari, okay, just to be clear. This is the inside of the sari, okay. And now I'm hanging it like that, facing inwards, okay. And now at the tip of it, again, I do that mudra. And from the mudra, I go one, do the same process that we did down there, and I do it here. So bringing the pleats, making the pleats. Okay, now I bring the pleats and I stretch it, and there you go. And now you adjust the pleats over the body. Okay, so I'm looking at here. You see, I have a bit of this. Have a bit of fabric here, so I want to pull it up. Okay. Now the goal here is so it takes a bit of adjusting, okay? Takes a bit of adjustment here. So you really want to have like a small, you're going to bring all the fabric together in a small line here. What happens here is that this part here, the bottom part, okay, should traditionally cover here, okay? And here, you're going to adjust here. And this piece of fabric here, you're going to tie it here. So I have another safety pin. And I'm going to attach it here. Okay? So that when I'm dancing, it doesn't fly to the side. And now with the pleats here, you can adjust the pleats. So I'm looking at my computer screen here and just adjusting the pleats so it looks pretty. Here I see there's a bit of fabric here, so I'm going to pull it in. I'm going to pull that in. I'm going to pull it in. Yeah, I'm going to pull it in and fold this. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, the microphone. Forgot about the microphone. Microphone needs to change to the side. All right. Okay, so it looks pretty decent. And now I have a pretty straight line here. And now from here, I pull it back and I fold it over. And I tuck it again inside. So towards this side of the body, I pull it over to give a nice, waistline here. Okay. And that is how you put on a sari for classical Indian dance. And in this case, for Odissi classical Indian dance. So it looks pretty okay. Most important, you want to make sure that you have mobility with your sari so that you can move. So that gives me and also range of motion in the upper part of the body and range of motion in the lower part of the body. Wonderful. So now that we have made ourselves beautiful for the dance, now we will begin our dance session.